that pretty much means that no one's going to be able to recreate your writing. They may be able to try to imitate it, but they won't be able to fully recreate that idea that you normally have. Today is a sad day at NGB news. You know, when you look up to someone and they're kind of like a star, and then you get a little bit older and lately you realize that maybe they're not exactly the person they thought you were, you know, you wake up in the morning and you're going for your Santa Claus gifts, and then, you see your parents over there pretty much unwrapping the gifts or wrapping up the gifts in the morning, and you go back to bed and you're like, what is going on? Who is Santa Claus? Dang, my holiday is ruined. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. It's the same type of way that I felt when Bill Cosby went to jail. A lot of people in the black community saw the Cosbys as like that family that we wanted to be like. They were both like, I think one of them was a doctor, or they both were doctors. They had a big, beautiful family and everything like that. So when we heard all that terrible stuff about Bill Cosby, it really hurts, because that's not how you see the person. And it looks like we're dealing with a situation like this with the Rick and Morty, the guy who does the voices for both Rick and Morty. His name is Justin Roiland. There we go. Justin Roiland, or Roiland. I'll say Roiland. But he's been accused of a lot of things, so let's get into that. And this really hurt a lot of people, because people love Rick and Morty. I love Rick and Morty. I've seen every episode. And just the type of, the voices that he does and everything like that, they're so familiar and they're so lighthearted and sweet that it's kind of hard to put that with, the terrible things that this man is accused of. So let's get into it. I don't want to hold you guys up, and if you guys like this type of content, please, like, comment, subscribe, all of that to help the channel grow. But let's get into it. Okay, so it says Rick and Morty co-creator Justin Roiland out at Adult Swim Hulu after domestic violence charges. Now it says entertainment companies are cutting ties with Rick and Morty co-creator and star Justin Roiland following revelations that he faces felony charges of domestic violence. All right, so he's left. He's no longer going to be doing the voices, which is going to be crazy, because if you guys watch Rick and Morty, they have extremely distinctive voices that I feel like a lot of people who are fans of the show won't even be comfortable with their voices being changed in any type of way. I kind of feel the same way too. It's kind of like, Spartacus, when they switched out the main character and everybody was like, bro, what are you doing? They're also doing it with the Witcher. It just sucks when you watch a show and you have a main character that you've come to know and love, and they change that main character in any way. The show just does not hit the same. It does not feel the same. Now it says Hulu said Wednesday it will no longer work with Roiland, according to NBC News. He had an overall deal with the streamer and produced its anime show Solar Opposites and Koala Man. And that's crazy, because I love Solar Opposites too. Dang, so he was one of the leads in Solar Opposites, it looks like. So guys were losing Solar Opposites. I had also saw Koala Man. I think I had stopped watching it. I don't know if I thought it was that good or anything, but it didn't seem like it was bad. It seemed like something that maybe I could have got to at a certain point. But now it's like, do I really even want to do that? Now it says Roiland was the co-creator and one of the open leads of Solar Opposites, as well as executive producer and voice actor for Koala Man. Which premiered earlier this year. Both shows are expected to continue without him and will recast his roles. See, like I said, I feel like the damage is done, like, for a lot of these shows. Like, hopefully he has a smaller role in these than he did in Rick and Morty, but even still, people are going to be able to recognize those voice changes. A lot of times with writing, you can easily recognize the difference in writing styles between two different producers, because when you're talented at writing, that pretty much means that no one's going to be able to recreate your writing. They may be able to try to imitate it, but they won't be able to fully recreate that idea that you normally have. Now, Hulu's announcement came after Adult Swim, which is owned by Cartoon Network, also cut ties with Roiland in connection to the charges. He helped create the cable's popular anime series Rick and Morty, which premiered in 2013, and he voiced both of them. And this was them pretty much, saying we're done with them. Now, it says the show will continue without his involvement. His voice roles will be recast as well, said Mary Moore, the senior vice president of communications at Warner Bros. Discovery, according to CNBC News. Yeah, and before we get into that, I do want to say these are just allegations. I think that's why we have to recognize how dangerous allegations can be, because you have to realize when you put out an allegation or somebody like that on somebody like that, it's ruined before their career is ruined before the judge, they go up to a judge. You know what I'm saying? It's ruined before they go up to a jury. That's why I think it's very important that a lot of times that we got to get these cases right, because things can happen like in the Amber Heard Johnny Depp situation, where Amber Heard pretty much slaughtered Johnny's name, and even though he did win the case, he lost millions upon millions of dollars in deals. We weren't able to get Pirates of the Caribbean, and he had to spend several years where people looked at him like he was a, you know, some type of abuser, when that wasn't the case, and she was actually the abusive one. So I just wanted to put that out there. Now, as far as that case goes, it says he pleaded not guilty in 2020 to one felony count of domestic battery with corporal injury. I'm not sure what corporal injury is. And one felony count of false imprisonment by menace, violence, fraud, or deceit in Orange County, California. The charges stem from an alleged incident involving a woman he was dating at the time. He is also out at Squanch Games, the video game company he founded in 2016. If you guys know, Squanch is a character in Rick and Morty that only speaks in Squanch. He literally talks like Squanch, Squanch, Squanchy, Squanch, Squanch, Squanch. Should I speak like that for my whole next video? Would you guys give me views? No, you wouldn't. Let's see now. Now it says the company said in a statement it received in his resignation last week. CNBC reached out to his attorney, Edward Welburn, on Wednesday. We look forward to clearing Justin's name and helping him move forward as swiftly as possible. He's due to return to court in another hearing April 27th. So he's got a really long time. If he didn't do it, then you would assume that he would really want court to be coming up like now, because he's getting fired from everything. So what do you guys think about this? Do you guys think this is fair? I haven't really seen any evidence or anything on it. Maybe I'll go out and look for more of that. But it seems right now like, you know, everything is still alleged. But I mean, there has to be something to it, because obviously these companies are dropping them like a fly. So I want to know what side you guys are on. Do you think they should have waited longer, possibly waited for a verdict and then maybe got rid of him? Or, you know, if he was found guilty, of course. Or do you guys think they're really jumping the, you know what I'm saying? Or you guys think that, nah, they needed to do what they needed to do. This news was out. It was a bad look for all the companies involved. And just as a PR public relations move, he got to go. You know what I'm saying? He got to go, that type of thing. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about this. If you enjoy this type of content, definitely like, comment, subscribe to join the NGB Business News family and help the channel grow. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers this year. But you guys all have a great day. Be blessed, because I know it's going to be better than this, guys. Also, go watch some Rick and Morty. It's a pretty good